Hey guys, the Amy2301 here. This is my Gishki Hieratic deck. People think the deck got killed by the ban list, and it really didn't. Like, the only reason why Gus Kargan got limited to 1 is because in Japan they had a hand loop, which like made the hand go to the deck, and it just like, it was really good there, and it saw a lot of play, just like Windups kind of did here, but they didn't win Nats, but like, Insectors won Nats for Japan. But the TCG never had the hand loop, like, accessible yet, so I wasn't intending on running the hand loop, so the deck is not dead to me. And this is actually my build, and I'm pretty sure it's really good. Like, I keep winning with it in this new format, and I'm going to a tournament tomorrow with it, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to do well.
You've been winning ever since today? The new format?
I've been testing the new format with my friends.
It kind of technically started today, but okay.
Yeah, well anyways, to start off with the deck profile, I run 3 Gishki Abyss. Now some people run Manju the 10,000 hands instead of this card. You can run Manju if you like, but I prefer this card a lot more. Because what it does is you add a Gishki to hand. It's either Shadow or Vision is normally what you add to hand. And then you send you send Vision to graveyard to add a ritual monster, Gishki ritual monster from your deck to the hand. Or you can send Shadow to add the spell deck card to your hand. So essentially this card and Manju do the same thing, except this card thins way more than Manju would. So that's why I prefer this one, because I want to get my stuff in hand. And also it makes it so salvageable. Salvage is like a lot better. I mean, like, it's dead on the field because it only has 800 attack, but, like, you can make Achis with it. Like, it's not really that important, but, like, it also makes an attack target for your opponent, so they have a guy on field that you can attack over when you make a big play. So those are those guys. Next we have 3 Gishki Vision. This is searchable with Gishki Abyss, and what it does is you can send it to the graveyard to add a Gishki ritual monster to your hand. So that's what the deck revolves around, is getting the ritual monsters out. So you want to send this to grave and add any of the 3 Gishki rituals to hand, ritual monsters. So it's really good, and also it can be used as a whole tribute for the Gishki summon. But like normally you want to tribute the Hieratic. So those are those. Next we have the 3 Gishki Vision. 3 Gishki Shadow. I'm sorry. But these guys you send to the graveyard to add the ritual spell to hand. So and also it can be used as a whole tribute as well. So it's really good, and it's searchable with Abyss. Now we're going to go into the Hieratic part of this before I go into the rituals. So you run 3 of the Hieratic Tefnuits, which is just like a Cyber Dragon. And when it's tributed, you special summon a vanilla from the deck. So the ritual summon is considered a tribute, because it's labeled as tribute. So they get their effects off. So when you go ritual summon, you special summon your level 6 guy. Then you special summon a level 6 vanilla as well. So then you can overlay like instantly, which is really nice. Also, he's like a Cyber Dragon, so if you need a special summon...
But level 6.
Yeah, he's also level 6. But if he's like a Cyber Dragon, so if you want to special summon him, you can, which is really nice. Then you run Triple Seal. That has the same effect as Tefnuit when it's tributed, special summon vanilla. But his effect is you can tribute Hieratic monster on the field, special summon him. So like he makes it so you have more plays with Tefnuit, and he's also level 6, so you can make Xyz with that. And in front of the vanillas, I run Luster Dragon and Whitetail Dragon. They're level 6 vanillas, and I run one of each because of Team DK's idea of Chain Disappearance makes me sad. So, I'm going to run one of each of these
Chain Disappearance?
Yeah, Chain Disappearance. Because their attack is 0 when they get special summoned.
Oh, I thought you meant because of their action. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I messed it up.
It makes me sad that they get Chain Disappearance. So I have those level... I have those guys separates. And they're level 6. So it makes my guys.
And really, it doesn't matter about their attack because you're not usually having them at 24 25.
24 and 25 is good if you want to reborn them, or you want to special summon them via the effect of... there's
Sue?
Yeah, you can tribute summon them too, which is nice. But then, to go into the rituals, I run 1 Tetroger. Tetroger's effect is, once per turn, I can declare a card type, monster, spell, trap. And my opponent can discard a card to negate the effect, but if they don't, we each send a card of the declared type to the graveyard. So what you do with this guy is, if you have like an Aquamirror in hand and nothing else, you can go like if he's on field and you only have an Aquamirror in hand and you have an Aquamirror in grave, you can go summon him. Use his effect. If they don't negate it, you declare monster, send a ritual to grave, ritual monster, return it to the hand for the Aquamirror's effect, return to the deck, and then you can make a ritual summon easier. So like, also you can deck them and you can declare traps and make your opponent lose all their traps, which is nice. So he's one of the level 6 guys that I run.
Now that Kraken's
only at 1. Now, this one I run is Mind August. I only run one of them. And what it is when it's summoned, you can return up to 5 cards in the graveyard to the deck. I think it's up to 5 cards. Yeah, it's up to 5 cards in the graveyard to the deck. So it's really good. What you can do is it's any 5 cards. So like it doesn't have to be monsters. It can be like spells and traps and stuff. So you go summon him, and like say you're playing against like I don't know, Chaos Dragons for example. I mean they're dead, but like still.
Well, apparently not by Toronto's status.
So say you're playing against Lightsworn. You go summon Mind August effect, and they go good. And you know they have like a JD in hand because they searched it with duality or something like that. You can return like all their Lightsworns to the deck, or you can return like you can return cards in your own deck. So you return like your Monster Reborn, Heavy Storm, stuff like that. Like these are gonna help you. Yeah, good cards. So
like Solemns too. That's pretty helpful actually.
And he's 25 and he's 26, and they're all level 6. So like you can make your Xyz. And then Gust Kraken, the one that got limited. Okay, so Gust Kraken's attack is 2400, so he's the weakest of all 3, but his effect is the best. When he's summoned, you target 2 cards in your opponent's hand. It's up to 2, so if they only have 1, it's good. So they reveal both. You target 1, and it goes to the deck, and it's shuffled. So you know what's in their hand, and you can return the most dangerous of the cards to the deck.
I don't know for a fact. Are any of these 3 guys mandatory effects?
I don't know. I think they're all...
Well, I know he said you can. I just don't know if the other 2 are mandatory. If you had to pick 5 in your grade.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no, that's not even possible, yeah.
His is a mandatory effect. This one is an optional effect because it says once per turn you can activate. But this one, I'm not sure if it's mandatory.
Yeah, I just want to make sure for the people watching, just so they can think about that.
Yeah, this is a mandatory effect also. So if they get bottomless, then you can still activate their effects, which is nice.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
So, those are the monster count.
Good. I'd like to know the monster count.
The monster count
you can.
The monster count is 20.
Cool. Half the deck.
Yeah. Half deck's monsters, and that's good because...
It's just necessary.
The build is so tight, like there's no room at all I can squeeze things into. Now, since duality got semi-limited to 2, I have 2 duality. I always ran 2 duality. I don't like it at 3.
It's not much to explain about duality. It's duality.
Yeah, but you can't switch someone, so like it's sad. But yeah, 2 duality. Then Convocation got limited to 2. So I had to run 2 of it, and it's just a Rhoda for the Hieratic guys, which is really nice to do. The next card I run triple, the Aquamir. It's the ritual spell that summons a ritual, Gishki ritual monster. So and that's his first effect. The second effect is if it's in the graveyard, you can return a Gishki ritual monster from the graveyard to the hand to return this to the deck. So like you keep getting it back to the deck, so it's recyclable, and also it makes it so you have a ritual card in hand again. So like it makes you recycle your stuff, which is really nice, especially when you're late game. Next I have 2 Preparation of Rites. This card I wasn't running it, and then I tried it. It's a really good card. What it does is it lets you add a level 7 or lower ritual monster from the deck to the hand. Then if you have a ritual spell card in the graveyard, it lets you add that to hand as well. So it's really nice. You can add your ritual guy to hand, and then if you have the Aquamir grave, you can add that to hand as well. So it makes your plays happen faster, and it's really hard to get to.
Why were you not running before? Just curious, so people know.
I wasn't running it because I had
reasoning.
Another Convocation, and I also had other cards I preferred at that time.
So it's a ban list, basically.
Yeah, the ban list made me want to run it. So
just wanted to know.
Yeah. And then I run 2 Salvage. Salvage lets me add to level 2 water monsters with picture under less active hand. So I can add my Vision, my Shadow, or my Abyss to hand. So then I can just keep recycling my things like I like to do. And Salvage is nice because there's no really cost to it. Then I run basically the staples. Reborn, Dark Hole, Heavy Storm, and Double Amnesty. No Book of Moon. Book of Moon is just not, it won't fit. There's no room in the deck. There's too many things I need to have in this deck. The deck count was at 42, but I slimmed it down just a little bit. But yeah, so those are the staples for spell cards. The spell count is 16, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, so then going into traps. I have 4 traps, if you can do math right. The first one, I run 1 Reinforce. It got moved to 2, but like, I only run 1, because there's no room in the deck for once. And number 2, like, Reinforce at 2 seems like a sacky thing to do to somebody. So like, I don't like it at 2. It just seems like, I don't know, at 1 it feels right to me, so I'm going to keep it at 1. Then I run Double Warning, because you can run 2 of it, so I run 2 of it, and it's a really good card. It stops special summons, which is amazing. It stops special summons, which is amazing. Then Judgment. Run 1 Judgment, it's limited to 1. If I could have more, I'd probably run more. But it stops basically anything except monster effects. But I have monsters that do stop monster effects, so I'm happy with that. So That's 4 spell traps. That makes the whole deck count 40. Now going to the extra.
Are there any cards you want to go over that you don't run in the deck and reasoning behind it?
Um,
Just so people who do run it or haven't considered it might.
There's a lot of Gishki monsters that are like okay, like Gishki chain and stuff like that, but like they're just not worth it. Like the build that I'm running is like the fast one, I feel like, and it's one of the most consistent. If you want if you want to run pure Gishkis, it's fine. I don't care about that. Or you want to run pure Hieratics, which is hard to do with Random D to 1 and Convocation to 2. But Gishki Hieratic, it's just like you need to run the bare minimum, and anything else is really going to be like detrimental. But going to the extra deck, I make rank 6s all the time, so you have to run 2 Photon Strike Bouncers. It's the best rank 6 ever in existence, I believe, so far. I mean, that's why it's like $60. And you just have once per turn. You can negate an effect monster, and you burns your opponent for 1,000. So it's really good, and it's a secret, and it's nice. Next, I run 2 Gaia Dragon, the Thunder Charger. You can make this over your rank 6 guys. So say your guy got Fiendish Chained, you can just play this over him. And he does piercing damage, and he's stronger than a few of the guys, so it's nice. And next, since I'm running Hieratic, I'm running 2 Attuned. You only ever make 1 Attuned, but like, I've made 2 Attuned maybe like once or twice. Like, it's good to have the second one in there, because there's enough room in the extra, and like, that's the only pit spot in this deck where there's actually room. But yeah, it's really good. And you have to have 2 dragons. It's like you don't make it that often because you normally overlay with a ritual and then a dragon. So, but it does happen though. Like when you have pure Hieratics in your hand. So it's good to have. And next I run 2 Force Focus. It's a tamer version of Photon Strike Bouncer, except I believe. Yeah, it's a tamer version, but it just negates the effects of an effect monster for the whole turn. And it has to be level 5 or higher. So, like, if my Strike Bouncers are dead, somehow, like if they bottomless both of them, or warning them, I can make this guy. And he kills Xyz guys. And he's also a lot higher. He's 2,800 instead of 27. So, he's really good. I only have 1 ulti and 1 ultra because I don't bother to pick up another ulti. Because, like, it's not really that worth it because I never make them more than once ever. Next, I run 1 Exit Beetle. Exit Beetle's a good card. I'm thinking about running 2. I'm really not sure, but like, he's a really good card though. Like, if you need to detach something, like if you go second and you make him first turn, you can recycle a lot easier, which is really nice. And you have a lot of big guys in your graveyard, so his attack boost is going to be relatively good. So it's really nice. That. And those are all the rank 6s, and 1 rank 7 or 2 rank 7s because of Gaia Dragon. Now going into rank 4s, I have a Marigeist. I can make rank 4s with 2 Shadow on field, which is the only way, or if I reborn my opponent's guy. So like having rank 4 options is necessary, because if I can make it, I want to be able to make it. To run like the 2 best rank 4s in the deck. I run Marigeist because the deck thickens, which is the purpose of the deck. And I also run Steel Swarm Roach, because Synchro monsters are going to be popular again, because of like, well, Gishki Hieratic is also going to be a popular deck, which this stops it, and also it stops like 6 Sams and stuff. So, it's really nice. And then, to rank 3s, I run Zen Mains. Now, I cannot possibly make a rank 3 in this entire deck, so I run rank 3s purely on the chance that I'm ever going to get a rank 3. Like, just in case I somehow make a rank 3 happen. I just want to be able to have the options. So I have 1 Zen Mains, I have Levier, and I have an Acid Golem. Like, there's no level 3s in the entire deck, but like, having the option to have a rank 3 in the extra is just really good, because you never know what's going to happen.
I guess one thing that could happen is Staging Dirge, whatever you say.
Staging Dirge.
If you were to have 2 Shadow on the field.
That's true. Or if
there you go.
Or if you like monster one your opponent's guy and they creature swapped you for some reason, I don't know why they would do that. But yeah,
just options.
It's just options. Like there's a lot of room in the extra. There's no point in not running it. And then my last one is a Gotchi, because I have Visions and Abyss, which are level 2s. So if I ever get 2 on the field, I can just make a Gotchi and just sit in defense. But yeah, that's the deck build. It's really consistent. It does well, and I'm gonna play it tomorrow at my tournament, my locals, and it's a win-a-box too. So like, if I win the box, I'm gonna get a Return of the Duelist, and I'll open it for you guys on camera if I win. So yeah, this is the Aim 2031 signing out.